Hello my lovies, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all how I got this colorful, sort of dramatic Valentine's Day look right here. If you guys would like to see how I achieved this look, please be sure to continue on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So I'm starting off with my eyebrows already done, as you can see, and I'm taking my Plouise base in Rumor 3 and just applying that all over my eyelids to prep my eye for the eyeshadow we're going to use. So I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking that red in the palette, and I'm taking that on a small brush. This is the Morphe M506 brush, and I'm just stamping that on the outside and creating the winged out shape that I'm going for. I wanted to go for a winged out shape today, and I'm taking that black color in the same palette and applying that on top of the red and just blending the red and the black shades together. So now that that's all nice and blended, I'm going back in and taking the second shade on the first row of the palette. It's a white color, but it does have reflex of pink in it, and I'm just applying that on my lid. I did go back in with my previous brush just to blend the edges, and then I'm going back in with the first shade, which is the white, and I'm applying that in the inner corner. So I applied my eyeliner off camera, and now we're just gonna move on to skin. So I'm first priming my face with the the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's the pink one. And for foundation, I'm going in with the NARS Long Wear Foundation in the shade Huahine, and I'm just taking my flat brush and just applying that all over my face. And then I went in with my foundation brush and just stamped that all over my face. So I'm not swiping, I'm just stamping the foundation in so that there's no streaks or anything like that on my face. So now moving on to concealer, I'm taking my favorite concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Golden. I'm actually using the concealer to sharpen my eyeshadow, as you can see. So I'm using that to also highlight my face but also sharpen my eyeshadow at the same time. So I just applied that on the usual places that we conceal, so underneath the eyes, middle of the forehead, nose bridge, cupid's bow, and chin. And to contour my face, I'm taking the same Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Mahogany, and I'm just applying that on the places that we contour our face, so cheekbones and nose bridge. And then I usually just let my concealer, my highlighted concealer, dry down a little bit. So I first blend the contour first, and then I go in to blend all the highlighted areas. Letting your concealer dry down just really helps build up the coverage. So while that's sitting on my face, I blend the contour first, and then I go in and blend the highlighted areas. And just to blend both the highlight and the contour together, I do use my beauty blender and also my foundation brush. And as you can see, it looks absolutely flawless. Everything is nice and blended together. So now I'm just going in and taking some cream blush. I'm taking this reddish, almost pinkish shade, and I'm just applying that on my cheeks, and I'm using my foundation brush another Real Techniques brush and also my beauty blender to blend that all out. So now I'm just going to go in and just brighten up some areas that I want a little bit brighter. I'm taking the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Neutral, and I'm just applying that on the areas that I want a little bit more brightness, and I'm keeping it concentrated in those areas. I'm not blending it all the way out. I'm just concentrating my blend exactly where I want the extra brightness to be. So this is what the face is giving after everything is nice and blended. So now we're just gonna go in and set everything in place. So I'm first just blending out any creases underneath my eyes, and then I'm going in with my triangle powder puff and taking my one size translucent setting powder. I'm first setting my highlighted areas first, and then I'm taking the butt of the sponge and really just pressing that powder into my face. This is really just going to help with longevity. And then I'm taking my powder brush and just dusting off any excess powder that is left on my face. So now we're going into bronze. I'm taking my number 7 my number 7 pressed powder in the shade Deep, and I'm just applying that where we applied the darker concealer, so my cheekbones and also my nose bridge. And now we're going into blush. I'm taking the Juvia's Place Volume 5 blush, that first shade, and I'm just applying that where we applied the cream blush. This is just going to intensify the blush that we already applied. So now we're just going to go into bake. I'm taking first the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder in the shade number 25, and I'm using that powder to sharpen my cheekbones and also my nose bridge. And then I'm going back in with the one size translucent powder, and I'm using that powder to bake my under eye into my blush. So I let that powder sit on my face for a bit. Now I'm moving back to the eyes, and I'm taking that red color that we first applied and just apply that on my lower lash line. And now I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Wear pressed powder in the shade 330 Hazelnut, and I'm using that to brush off the baking powder that we applied on our face. Moving on to lips, I'm taking my makeup wipe and just removing any residue that is left on my lips. And I'm first taking the NK eyeliner pencil in the shade brown. I got this a while ago from the beauty supply store, but I think they still sell it in the store. But I'm first applying that to line my lips first, and then for my second lip liner, I'm taking the Milani lip liner in the shade True Red, and I'm just applying that right underneath the brown, and I'm just blending those two colors together by rubbing my lips together. And for my lip color, I'm taking the Milani lip oil in the shade Raspberry Peach. This lip oil smells really good, and it's nice and comfortable on my lips. But yeah, that is it for the lip color. Now just to blend all of the powders together and really melt them together, I took the rose water and glycerin spray and just sprayed that all over my face. This isn't to set, this is just to melt all the powders together. And then to brighten the areas on my face that I want a little bit brighter, I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Pressed Powder, again in the shade 120 Vanilla. And just to blend that out, I took the number 7 Pressed Powder in the shade Light, which is a beautiful, gorgeous, brightening powder. Now, just to coat my lashes, I'm going in with the Maybelline Sky High Mascara in the shade Blackest Black. And for lashes, I'm taking the INV Mink Collection lashes in the style number 9. I got these from the beauty supply store and I absolutely fell in love with them. They're gorgeous lashes. Now, to set my face, I'm taking the One Size setting spray, and last but not least, I'm just taking my e.l.f. liquid liner and just applying my moles. And yeah, that is it for the look. So that is it for this look, you guys. This is the final look. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Even if you don't have a Valentine, I hope you take this day to really just do some self-care and reflect on yourself. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.